Section 7 of the Standing Orders of the House of Representatives of Jamaica says the quorum of a House and of a committee of the whole House shall consist of 16 members beside the person presiding. If at any time during a sitting of the House objection is validly taken by any member that there is not a quorum present, the person presiding shall direct members to be summoned, and if at the end of 5 minutes a quorum be not present, he shall adjourn the House without question put.
Unraveling the political chess game, Holness's walkout and his wife's controversial role in the process. This is Cover Story Highlights. Let's get after it. But before we do, I invite you to subscribe, like, share, and add your comments below. In recent parliamentary events, the Jamaican political landscape has been rocked by a series of maneuvers that speak volumes about the integrity of its institution. The appointment of Juliet Holness, the wife of Prime Minister Andrew Holness, as the Speaker of the House, raised eyebrows and set the stage for what would unfold as a saga of power plays and questionable decisions. I pointed this out in 2 previous blogs I did, and you can refer to them. Rule change and corruption widens. The opposition People's National Party, PNP, missed a crucial opportunity to challenge the appointment of Juliet Holness, given her close ties to the Prime Minister. This oversight paved the way for a series of rule changes, the most notable being alterations to the handling of the investigative reports from the Integrity Commission of Jamaica and the Auditor General. These changes made under the new Speaker's tenure should have set off alarm bells within the PNP, yet their response was muted until much later. Mark Golding's attempt to address the situation during his budget presentation was a step in the right direction, albeit overdue. However, it was met with a calculated and disruptive walkout orchestrated by Prime Minister Andrew Holness himself. This strategic move, aimed at preventing Golding from highlighting delays in tabling the Integrity Commission's reports, only serves to deepen suspicions surrounding Holness's motives.
Mr. Speaker, change at the national level must focus on good governance. In this modern era of pervasive information sharing and communications, good governance is increasingly essential to maintain the people's trust and confidence in our democracy. Citizens are demanding that their leaders uphold the highest standards of accountability, transparency, and trustworthiness. All the measures that I've outlined for implementation will only be possible if we change the approach to governance that now exists. I'll leave you with the ways, means, quality, and spirit of the change in governance that we commit to. And good governance isn't just a set of ideals. It is the foundation upon which an equitable and just society can be built. The People's National Party has always been committed to fulfilling these ideals, and we will translate these principles into tangible actions that uplift and empower every member of our society. Mr. Speaker, we are in an increasingly low trust environment. Since the JLP government came to office in 2016, no less than 8 ministers have been forced to resign or have been otherwise sanctioned for a range of serious breaches, and Jamaica continues to rank poorly on international corruption indices. The move in 2020 to take away the chairmanship of most parliamentary committees from the opposition has weakened that mechanism of holding government to account. The maneuvers to delay the tabling of reports from the Auditor General and the Integrity Commission remains a contentious matter, especially since the legal opinion on which this delay is purportedly based has been withheld from parliamentarians and the wider public. When the former Speaker was forced to resign as a result of an Integrity Commission investigation, the move to replace her with the wife of the Prime Minister so that the head of Parliament is now the spouse of the head of government, really does not sit well with the tradition that the Speaker must act independently of the government of the day. The Speaker is intended to be independent and must act independently of the government of the day. That is the tradition. That is the tradition. The failure, Mr. Speaker,
Members.
the failure to identify the so-called illicit 6 MPs.
The Prime Minister fire you. The Prime Minister fire you. Go outside. Go outside.
The failure to disclose the identity of the so-called illicit 6 MPs who are under investigation by the Integrity Commission for illicit enrichment.
Member. At this time, at this time, there's by number. I will not continue in this. Some are asking members to be quiet. Thank you. Section 7 of the Standing Orders of the House of Representatives of Jamaica says the quorum of a house and of a committee of the whole house shall consist of 16 members beside the person presiding. If at any time during a sitting of the House objection is validly taken by any member that there is not a quorum present, the person presiding shall direct members to be summoned, and if at the end of 5 minutes a quorum be not present, he shall adjourn the House without question put.
The implications of these actions extend far beyond a parliamentary protocol. They speak to a larger issue of transparency, accountability, and the integrity of public officials. The refusal of Prime Minister Holness to declare his own assets, coupled with the Integrity Commission's scrutiny of several parliamentarians for illicit enrichment, further compounds the public's distrust in their elected representatives. Holness's actions and those of his government members reflect poorly on the institution of Parliament and raise serious questions about the commitment to fair decision-making processes. The blatant disregard for protocol and the calculated maneuvers to stifle dissent underscore a worrying trend in Jamaican polity. Moving forward, it is imperative for the government to acknowledge and address this breach of conduct transparently. The people of Jamaica have entrusted their representatives with the responsibility of advancing their interests, not self-interest, and any deviation from this mandate undermines the very foundation of democracy. As we approach the next general election, it is essential for voters to remain vigilant and hold their elected officials accountable. The Jamaican people deserve leaders who prioritize the public good over personal gain. And it is through active engagement and demand for transparency that real change can be achieved. And that was Cover Story Highlights. Tune in again next time for another edition of Cover Story Highlights. In the meantime, please subscribe, like, share, and add your comments below.